Hello everybody, so today we are looking at a plat Grover VOD on Jag. So we said we wanted to look on positioning against the dredge because he was like spamming you out or something, so we'll take a look at that. The loadout is... it's cool. This is what I used to run. I now prefer a bit more DR. Instead of Fatalis, I think the healing is fine without Fatalis. And DR is a bit more valuable, but feel free to mess around with the points. Alright, so comps. You guys... I would say you guys probably have initiative here, so you're probably just looking to like play slow, play off point. So, what that means is that you're probably going to go mid first, because you're going to want to support point so you guys can win point. If you guys stop winning point, or if your Ash makes an aggressive play, then you're probably going to want to follow that. But otherwise, I'd say you just go mid, look for dismount on the barrack.
Alright, y'all, it's game time.
Yeah, I guess that's faster, yeah? Ow. You can still stay in this fight. You're going to have healed up soon, and the dredge is spamming, sure. I guess you're in some danger. That's partly due. I'm thinking like for the DR card, because I'm thinking like what kills you? It's like blast shot Cassie, maybe. With the DR card, you should live that in your passive. So I think you can stay in here. I also think that heal is a bit early, but it's been like 2 seconds, so let's see. Heal unlucky. Okay, so this dredge is currently like staring right here. The thing is, like, you don't care about this space though. Like, he's spamming it out super hard. You don't really care. Like, if you can play like back here, you unironically like beat him. Walking in this close to point though, I would not try to do. Okay, your team does a little bit of falling over. You got the heal, I guess. Yeah. That's honestly a little unfortunate. If you were gonna vine there, you probably vine farther in, but not the biggest deal so far. That's an error. I didn't see what you used heal on already, but you're using heal very early. Oh. Get out here, your team is. So I'm, in all honesty, probably gonna make like a whole guide to Grover Vine at some point because it's one of the best movement abilities in the game. What you can do here is if you vine here, you're just gonna like end right here. If you vine up, you can maybe clip here and you'll keep your momentum going. So that's you live anyways, but it would have been safer. I would highly recommend you stop healing and caut. It's a massive vine. Oh my god. Dome, alright, sure. I don't know that root hit him.
That enemy is unstoppable. Somebody do something.
Just wait for your team to stop staggering so you can actually take a fight. Oh, your Ash has decided to not keep staggering. I don't know what that heal did. You could maybe push out the right side there. Alright. Let's raise wide beacon. So like, instead of being here, oh, I should pull up Epic Pen. Hold up. Not the Epic's game launcher. God, dude, no. I don't want the Epic's game launcher. I want Epic Pen. Please don't start Epic Games Launcher. There we go. Okay. So, what you can do instead, right, is be somewhere like over here, like there's a doorway here. So like right here would be really good. You're not necessarily like healing everyone, but you are doing more damage. If you want to be heal, you are here, then you are healing everyone, and also have this spam angle, which is a bit longer than this. You're also not at danger from getting pushed, and you're also helping control the offlane, which is always pretty good. So I think you need to like min-max your range a little bit so far is what I'm seeing. Like you're playing very close, you know? You don't need to be this close, right? Even here, like you're at danger of getting pushed. Because like in an ideal for world for Grover, the situation where you're getting the most value is where you're at the edge, where your teammates are at the very edge of your heal radius, right? So. That heal didn't matter because the fight's over, but I'm gonna keep pointing it out anyways. That would have been helpful there, right? Would have let you hit Q mid-fight and kept fighting the Cassie. So like this is good, right? I wouldn't walk farther than this though, right? Because like we can't see your radius, right? You can't see your radius, which you will be able to next patch, but you want your team to be at the edge. Oh, I don't. What button did I just hit? Oh, why? No, hold up. That's a YouTube tutorial I'm saving for later. Okay, don't mind that. Okay, so like what I'm saying is like you could be back here if you want to be playing in mid and still have all these people in your radius for sure, right? And just be doing more damage. It's also safer, so that helps. I don't hate that. Just make sure you, yeah. There's the a9yr getting, yeah. Okay. I don't know if I would have done that. The Atlas matchups, like whatever. I also don't know if I would have like tried to save someone who was staggering like that. Ooh. Yeah, the doors are a pain. There was one on your right, which would be easier for you to get into, but don't shoot the barrack here. Shoot the squishies. Rooting the barrack. Okay, well, yeah, that target's fine, but you shoot the squishies before. This is good, and you see, okay, everyone is still in your heal radius, right? Like you are still healing everyone, but you are like in a spot where like you're gonna walk around this corner and start absolutely chunking their DPS, right? Absolutely chunking their backline. This is like the sort of positioning that you want. Don't wide peek though. Don't wide peek. Like honestly, like you poke out, you take these fights. You don't need to like vine away. You can actually just like go back here, wait for caut to happen, wait for out of caut to happen, hit Q, and then come back. And that just kind of increases your uptime a bunch more. You could buy like Rizal or Veteran or whatever here if you want. I don't think saving for Chronos Tree is necessarily like super value. So like walking down like this, unless you're gonna. Okay. Again, I don't know what that Q is for. Big rewind. I don't think you're in danger there, but it's not in the world. Oh, that's awful. Your heals are very weird. Dredge spam. Yeah. God, that was really awkward. We're gonna rewind actually. Please don't crash. So here, missing that Q sucks. That root's fine. Your a9yrsold just gets picked. That's honestly atrocious on her part. You probably don't ult this. Like, look at your HP bars. I know you just got some selfing, but like, you just hit Q. This Ray ult is so good. Your Drogue also just dies randomly. Which he might not if he hit Q, who knows. And at this point you have 3 people alive. Huh, okay, so I definitely think there's some stuff that you could have min-maxed, but honestly... okay, I hate saying this in VODs, but your team fell over. And, like, most times you'd be playing that fine. I don't know about walking down mid with your team like that. Or walking into dark, sorry. But, like, most of the time that's not an awful play. But I think the stuff that you try to get out of this is, like, make sure your Q is, like, getting full value. It's out of caut if you can.
Escort our fair
And don't
lady
ult
while
if you can just hit Q.
prepping the payload.
Good. Okay, you can keep poking here. I don't think he's in danger. I think it's honestly just more value for you to save the, or to start shooting the dredge. Yeah, you might want to think about Riesel at some point. Your Anar is also getting a little beaten, battered there. Oh boy.
Okay, real talk. Time to stop that guy.
Cassie not rolling is great.
Enemy dub. Look out.
Alright.
All right. They're getting hot. They're getting hot.
I mean, there's not nothing you can do about that. You can just not stagger yourself, and you know. You should have touch. Cool. I'm gonna try to. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Your team is getting absolutely dumpstered on, right? But it's not like there's nothing you can do about it, because if your team, like, if people are just like falling over like that, then like maybe you can't do anything about it, but you can definitely adapt and try to prevent it from happening, right? It's like your Nara and your Drogue fell over. Okay, well, we can't have that happen, can we? Like, that's bad. So what can we do about it? Well, we can play more in mid, I think, would be the adaptation, because both your Nara and your Drogue are in mid. If you're there, you sort of like reinforce them. Beautiful emote. And they don't like fall over as hard. So I do think walking into dark versus a dredge is, I mean, that's like exactly where, you know, he wants you to be. This is cool. Gonna scuff the timing. I'd keep pushing here. Maybe keep an eye on what your Drogue is doing, but... Alright, now your team suddenly decides to start winning again. Very cool. I think you played that fine. Your team just kind of killed everything before you could really do anything. Wow, that went really well. Aside from like scuffing the root on the Atlas there, that was pretty decent. You don't need to poke into Atlas wall. It's just not worth. Just hide behind the corner, wait for it to be done. Again, is that heal needed? Like, the Drogue just took damage. You can honestly just let your passive do it. You know, you do have your passive. Definitely think pushing here. Yeah, that ult's pretty cool. Okay, this is like caut free at this point. Grover ult is not a live button; it is a get out button. Like it's not going to keep you alive anymore. But it's not going to keep you healthy. It's going to keep you alive. So instead of like sticking in the open with it, like you use a Grover ult and then you leave. You get behind cover and out of caut, and then it keeps you alive. But it's not just going to keep you healthy while you get shot. You fine for that? Yes, sir. You still fine. You still won that. Okay, you didn't hit Q before going in, so you were significantly lower than you needed to be. But hi, please don't notice me. Alright, I mean, your team was dead. Your team was dead. You don't go that aggressive when your team is dead. Not a bad attempt. You're not playing poorly, it's just... Nah. The root for it. Yeah, so like, that's really awkward. I think you're walking like just too far. Like you walked into here, and all of a sudden, like now you can't dip behind cover. If you're literally just back here, like this is the difference, right? If you're back here, you can just do this, and then you're fine, and then like you're safer to vine out or whatever, right? So like walking past chokes like this is very scary. You should be. Oh my god, you actually get that. I don't know why you re-peeked. That was a bit awkward. I don't know if that was like you re-peeking that got you killed or Grover's massive hitbox that got you killed. Either way, you don't re-peek.
Just let them triple kill you?
You could have out-of-combated if you wanted to. Save the Q. You save Q that cat. Hey, you save Q the Saudi probably lives. I think you are very ambitious when you're trying to save people. I think that, you know. This is awkward. You don't want that, but your Nara's there, which is cool. I'll take it. I try to get out. There's like 2 people here. There's 2 people here. Bro, why are you KD ulting? There's 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so if there's like more, if you're at a disadvantage, just like numbers wise, just don't take that fight. Or at the very least, play very, very slow. If you're not at this point, you can go there. Dallas has no shield, and this is yeah. That's why pushing cart on Jag Falls this bit is very risky. If your team doesn't control secret. At the very least, like you hit Q and you like vine out, right? You see where Ashe is shooting, right? You can kind of infer where the Cassie is from that. Alright, you probably just veteran now. Unless you want like something else for some reason. I feel like a Resold 2 is enough for an Atlas, but that's just me. It's up to you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cool. I don't know why you're walking up so hard. You could ult that if you wanted to, but I was gonna say not less ult for the like. Look, this Inara is. Let's say that she is 2 HP. Let's say she literally has 2 HP, right? Like literally the number 2. Is she in any danger? I mean, sort of. She has 2 HP. That's obviously scary, but like, you know, no one's around to deal that 2 HP. So I think you are ulting for people who are low but safe too much. Ulting there more sort of like what I was thinking with the ult was like more just guaranteeing that the barrack dies, that the Drogue can kill the barrack and get out. Right? It's not a trade. It's a he gets out because he didn't necessarily know like if the Cassie was still there or anything. Small thing, but you kind of cross the open space again here, where like you're leaving your cover to like cross here, and you're lucky the Ashe kind of pushed out the Cassie, right? If the Cassie's here, you could legitimately die if they just both happen to look at you. Which you might.
Alright, they get hot.
You got your gear at least. Awesome. I haven't seen the dredge being that big of a deal for you guys so far. I think you did see something go right side, right? I think you're Nara walled that off. No? Okay, you just didn't get touch, I guess. So there's a barrack behind. Stop shooting the Atlas wall, man. Like you hear the barrack behind you too. Okay, but your Drogue's got it. So you are kind of. Okay, I mean, sure, I don't. That's not, you know, save your KD, sure, that's fine. Keeps the push going. Again, going in mid, kind of weird. Are you console? That was a very console turn. You have a Drogue and a Dredge in this game, though, so I don't think so. You didn't need Divine for that, he was in your range. Okay, so it's really stupid for your team to push this way because it gives the Cassie, it's literally like the freest matchups for both their DPS. Like the Cassie gets to play on the right side and have her range. The Dredge gets a tiny corridor that he gets to spam down. Somehow you guys kill the Dredge, but you know. You are playing in spaces that don't give you very good retreat options. Like literally, instead of being here, if you are back here, you can just go whoop. But or so, yeah, well, inside the door, you get the idea. You're playing near your team in the open. So it's like you've got the right macro positioning. You're like, my team is pushing here. I want to help that. Great, good stuff. And that's like how you stay alive doing that. You generally stay alive doing that by using cover good. So like what you did there is like fine, that's what you do like once you get pushed or like your positioning sucks or whatever. Ideally you just don't have to do it. You can basically live anything with a heal and a vine. Is she in danger? No. What if they push her? Well then you can ult. But they're not pushing her yet. She's not in danger. You just hit Q, she's fine. You trade main tanks. Yeah, I don't know about pushing here. Like this shouldn't work. Honestly, you might want to go face and just try to 1v1 the Cassie. Like that's not an awful play. It's hard, but
15 seconds.
you can go up, help your Ashe. Oh, okay, well, your team's falling over. There's a lot of people randomly dying. When people are randomly dying like this, you either want to like make them not randomly die. So it's like, okay, my NR and my Drogue are falling over randomly. I'll play with them and make sure that they don't. Or you're gonna say, okay, my team's falling over randomly. It's a matter of time until they just collapse. So I need to kill the other team. I need to make something happen before my team dies. So you either play with them or you play very aggressively, right? So you either like say, okay, cool, I'm just gonna like help my Drogue, I'm gonna poke out whatever he's fighting, or you say I'm gonna push my Ashe and I'm gonna try and like kill these people, right? Because this corner is good for you, right? Like yes, the dredge is there. That's scary, right? That's very scary. But your Ashe is there, and you not like he's not scared of you, right? So.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I knew you were gonna hit Q there. It did nothing for you.
3.
Good route, but like hitting Q did nothing for you.
All right, overtime. Now or never, boys.
You could ult that. Maybe. Oh, where's your Ashe gone to? Oh my god. Dude, just go right side. He's gonna get set back. No? Okay, cool. Alright, a little bit of a solo play. I like it. Q for your team. Why do you go back and look at this corner? What are you doing? Everyone's in your range. What are you doing? Just keep shooting. Now you need to get out. Yeah, but you got fine. So yeah, as soon as dome happens, you don't keep shooting the dome. You don't go and have a nice conversation with the corner here. You either, I mean, honestly, you probably just push up more and just try to get an angle here. It's risky, but you know, it's worth it. You don't always have to be healing your team. Like if it's a very selfish thing to do, but it's a lot of value if you are killing their backline. So.
Capture 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
So you don't see anyone, which means they are flanking. There they are. I don't know what the vine is. So again, like, you're here, which means that when you get flanked, you don't have like the option to vine out. You don't have like, you know, it's not. Oh, oh no. Should be able to vine out. Nah. Wait for it. We did trade back lines. It's not the end of the world, but as soon as you see like no one's really like in mid, like they are flanking. That's like your spider senses should be tingling. And if again, like if the barrack pushes you, you're not like playing in a doorway or through a doorway. You're playing outside of the doorway. You have this fine option. You probably live. If there's someone over there that's like unlucky, but because like, well, here's the thing, right? Like the other team is basically did. Oh no, I don't want text. If the other team did like this and this, then they just won. Your only real option is to like, hey, let's draw some blue. So like the other team did this basically. So from a third-person POV, it's pretty obvious that your rotation is this. If you have no information about what's over here, you do have two options, right? You can either risk it, right? You say, well, I'm dead if I stay, so it's it's 100% chance dead if I stay, like maybe a 20% chance to die if I go over here, and that's a chance I'm willing to take. Or you can just vine down mid, which I mean honestly not the best play because there are people there. But yeah, basically as soon as you see them, if the other team, basically my point is that if the other team does this, and you can see these people, but you can't see these people, your options are either vine down mid, because this area is their backline, but there's no one there, so it's not actually their backline. It's just their side of the map. It's fine, you'll live. Like living is the most important thing as a support when they're in your backline. So if you live, that's fine, because like the fight will break down, and you guys having a support is just gonna be so much more impactful than not having a support. But if you go this way and they kill you, that's like partly unlucky. It's a play that'll work most of the time. But honestly, you kind of just needed to know where they are. And you can infer that from... and you can kind of infer that from where they aren't. Kill.
Alright, they're getting hot,
You could vine over there and help. Yeah. Good idea, a little late. You probably want to go back. Or go into dark and ult for your Ashe. Yeah. Woo! Bro, why did you cancel? Why did you cancel? She was low, dude. You can body block with your ult. You can just keep the ult going. Maybe it doesn't save her, but oh my gosh, you body blocking definitely does. Why did you cancel? Also, you scuffed your vine a few times. If you vine over and don't scuff it and like hold your ult, then like you probably win that. Or at the very least, your Ashe is alive. Hey, we're like, you having issues with doorways. Like, play back here. Or if like, you don't want to stay in the open. Let's say for some reason you're trying to go over here. You don't want to like linger here. You want to make a very quick rotation. Because of how scary playing in the open like that is. Okay, and the other team gets it. Cool. Okay, you have like a lot of small things. Like I think you have the right ideas. It's just like some execution stuff. So like a little bit of micro positioning, how you use your ult, your Q timing. I really think that if you fix your Q timing, it'll get a lot better for you. I think your heals could be a lot better, and having heals up more often will 100% like help you. So this is what I've changed my build to. You had this. If you want to do something like this, like go for it. I don't really care. I think this should be at 5. I think this should be at 4. But that's like, you can. I know there are some people who run stuff like this. I think it's like this. I don't. Whatever, like you get the idea. Just mess around with it, suit you like. I think this is the best because I think you can get away with a lot. As this card is really good. I think it's underrated. Like I think people think it's good, and I still think it's underrated. So that is just me though. So yeah, notes will be below as a way to recap what I fought in a way that's not too rambly. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.